Before this budget came down in mid-April, Common Sense Conservatives sent a letter to the Prime Minister with 3 demands to fix the budget. Number 1, axe the tax on farmers and food by immediately passing Bill C-234 in its original form. Number 2, build the homes, not bureaucracy, by requiring cities to permit 15% more homes each year as a condition for receiving federal infrastructure money. And 3, cap the spending with a dollar-for-dollar rule to bring down interest rates and inflation. The government must save $1 for every new dollar of spending. But the Prime Minister refused to listen. And the result is a budget that the NDP Liberal government delivered just a few short weeks ago. A budget that is just more of the same that broke our country in the first place. Common Sense Conservatives will not support this runaway train wreck of a budget, nor will we support the NDP Liberal government that has broken our country. Because the truth is that budgeting by this government is like pressing the accelerator on a runaway train. Their budgets have boosted spending by 43% since 2019, which is like pouring gas on the inflation fire, which drives up interest rates. And this increased spending further endangers our social programs and jobs by adding more and more debt and more interest payments. Frankly, this spending spree will not stop until Common Sense Conservatives are able to start governing, stop that runaway train, and turn it around. The Liberals and their costly NDP partners are not worth the cost for any generation. Their government has doubled rent, mortgage payments, and down payments. Food is getting so expensive that food banks received a record 2 million visits in a single month last year, with 1 million additional visits expected this year. While life has gotten worse for Canadians, the NDP Liberals are spending more than ever before. This year's budget will include nearly $40 billion in new inflationary spending. Former Liberal Governor of the Bank of Canada, David Dodge, said that this budget is the worst budget since 1982. This year, Canada will spend $54.1 billion to service the NDP Liberal debt. This is more money than the government is sending to the provinces for health care. Both the Bank of Canada and former Liberal Finance Minister John Manley told Trudeau that he was told the Prime Minister, that he was pressing on the inflationary gas pedal with all this additional spending. But the Liberals didn't listen. As a result, the Bank of Canada has implemented the most aggressive interest rate hikes in its history. As millions of Canadians are renewing their mortgages, and they know this right now, this NDP Liberal government simply isn't worth the cost.